How's it going? My name is Aaron Capdeboss. I'm a jeweler and gemologist, and I'm the owner of DeBosque Fine Jewelry Manufacturing in Mandeville, Louisiana. I'm a certified gemologist. I'm a certified jeweler, and I'm also certified since 1997 as a jeweler through Jewelers of America. I have been operating DeBosque Fine Jewelry since 2003, and I've been making a living as a jeweler since 1997. So I have seen a lot of jewelry. Today we're going to do Let's Ask the Jeweler. So somebody sent in a question about jewelry appraisals. They wanted to know more about jewelry appraisals, and we get calls on this all the time. So there are three different types of jewelry appraisal. There is a insurance replacement value, there is a market value, and then there's an appraisal for purchase. If you have a piece of jewelry that you want to have insured, say you have a ring that you wear every day and you want to carry insurance on it, which is a good idea. You have to have it insured for an amount that you could replace it if it were lost, stolen, or damaged beyond repair. A lot of people make a mistake with these. A lot of jewelers, jewelry salespeople have a tendency to do what we call a feel-good appraisal, or a pie-in-the-sky, or a unicorn appraisal, we like to call them, where they'll take a piece of jewelry that sold for $10,000 and they'll appraise it for $35,000 the same day it was bought. It's ridiculous. What ends up happening is the insurance company is going to base your premium on the appraised value of $30,000+. If you should take a loss on this, the insurance company, a lot of the times, is going to look at the description of the piece and they're going to say, hey, this thing was over appraised, and they're not going to pay you that full amount. They're going to negotiate it down to a current market realistic value. So you're going to pay high premiums. Those kind of appraisals, in my opinion, are worthless because you can't even remotely get that kind of money for them. No one's going to pay you that, and it just causes confusion, and the client ends up losing in that situation. So when we do an insurance appraisal, what we'll do is we will appraise the piece and describe it very well. The description is the most important detail. One of the most important details of a insurance appraisal. It has to be properly described. The stone has to be preferably a GIA certified stone. The quality of all the stones in the ring, should it have other stones, they all have to be accurately measured and graded. We like to include the weight of the piece. That's a really important detail. When people are comparing one piece of jewelry to another, what it weighs has a lot to do with the quality of how it's made. So very important that your insurance appraisals be done accurately, and it is good to add a little extra for replacement cost, because say, for example, if we made a piece of jewelry for $15,000, if you lost this piece and you walked into a jewelry shop someplace and you saw something comparable, it wouldn't be outrageous to suggest that piece might be $18,000. If it's sitting there in the case, for sale, it could be, $15,000 to $20,000 even. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll add, maybe 15-20% to the purchase price, just so you have a little buffer. And that way your appraisal is good for a few years, because the prices of jewelry tend to fluctuate, and they usually fluctuate up. So that's insurance appraisals. The second kind of jewelry appraisal that we do is a resale appraisal. Now, a resale appraisal is basically, what is this piece worth as it is? This is not an appraisal to replace it brand new like you would with an insurance appraisal. A resale appraisal is, you have a piece of jewelry and you want to sell it on Facebook, or you want to sell it to your neighbor or somebody at work. What we would do in that case is we would take into consideration the piece as it is, what its current condition is, and what that piece might be worth in a realistic market value asking price. Usually when people ask me for these sorts of things, I'll appraise the piece, and let's just say I appraise it for $10,000. I'll say, hey, look, put this thing for sale, and if you get an offer, anything over $7,500, I'd take it. And so we we want to use it as a guide for what you should ask for the piece. But it's also very important that the piece be accurately graded, because if someone's trying to buy something from you and they bring it to another jeweler and they show them an appraisal and the appraisal is inaccurate, the jeweler's going to tell them this appraisal is inaccurate. So there again, you have to be cautious, and you have to put time into these appraisals. The third type of appraisal that we do is basically it's an offer to buy. So that would be if you had some jewelry that you own for a long time, or you came into someone left it to you, and you just weren't wearing it, whatever the situation, circumstances may be. If you had a piece of jewelry you're looking to sell, and we do buy jewelry all the time, people bring pieces in. What we'll do is we'll clean it. We'll make a basic assessment of what the quality of the materials are, and then we'll make a purchase offer on the spot. We're not going to do anything in writing as far as the appraisal goes. If you want a written offer to purchase, we'll do that. That's fine. So those are the three different kinds of appraisals. People ask us all the time, do you do appraisals? And the first thing we ask is, yes, what do you have and what is the intended purpose of this appraisal? And so a lot of times people don't know why we're asking that. And so that's why we ask that. And it's a good question. So if you have any questions about jewelry, put them in the comments below. We'd love to answer them for you.